Unfortunately, they're going to start this game about 8 minutes early, and so we're going to have to come out of our coaches' comments here and wrap up the Snow College pregame show as we get ready for this game. Rick.
Have you ever seen a playoff game started 8 minutes early?
The last 2 days, yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they've done it every game early, so it just is what it is, and we just roll with the punches and move on. Let's get some real quick Richfield Community Pharmacy keys of the game there, Rick.
I think keys are turnovers and your ability to, and I think the defenses are factors. But I think it's really going to come down to line of scrimmage and the turnovers.
So we'll watch for those things throughout this game as the Wildcats, Tyson Razor gets ready to kick it away. And the kick is up. Canyon View again back to receive to start this game. They'll take it at the 13-yard line. Handout coming to the near side. Tries to get to the edge and just gets tripped up. Making a big play-saving tackle was it Gage Yardley for the Wildcats. And Ludlow brings it out to the 23-yard line for Canyon View.
And that was a great tackle. Yardley got a hold of him, got enough to bring him down, and really Canyon View, they got a little return, but not much on that play.
So they'll start on their own 23-yard line with 11:54 to go here in the first quarter.
Got to give a shout-out to Brad James. I'm so glad he's here. We get stats from Brad, so I want to comment on that. I know you feel the same way.
Jensen, shotgun formation, trips right, one receiver to the left. Sends a man in motion. That's Slack. Takes the snap, hand off to the right side, and it's going to be a short gain on the carry by Lincoln Rushton.
Yeah, and a nice tackle there by Court Moon, who came in. Also, Nate Young was in on that. And most teams have not run at Nate. They might early. Canyon View understands Nate Young. You have to double and triple team him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9. Yeah, I've said this to you. I've told it to Coach Thorson for Richfield. In my mind, Nate Young's a 3A MVP at this point of the season, as he is just so disruptive on the defensive side and huge on the offensive side. Jensen takes a snap, quick slant pass to Ludlow, makes the catch to the 35, 36-yard line as he picks up a Mason Machinery first down.
Yeah, that was a great pass and a great reception. Pollock there to bring him down immediately as Tanner does a good job.
12-yard gain for the first down. Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. They know the farming business, and they have the equipment, prices, and financing that assures your farming success. 1st and 10, Falcons. 2 receivers to each side, double twin set. Jensen with Rushton to his left. Takes the snap, looks to his right, has time, now rolls out to the right side, throws out of the backfield, looking for Slack, and it'll fall incomplete.
And Richfield was rushing 3 players. I don't know if you'll notice Richfield's defense here. A lot of defenses go and set up. Richfield does just the opposite. They wait till the offense, and then they call the defensive signal.
Chet White, defensive coordinator for the Wildcats, has been the architect of this great defense they've had the last few years. And again, this year, averaging just getting up 7.5 points, 7.4 points allowed per game. Go 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, double twin set again. Jensen takes the snap, quick pitch to Rushton, has a blocker out in front, but it nearly got caught from behind, and now he does as Court Moon able to grab him from behind. A loss of yards on the play, making it 3rd and long.
Yeah, Riker Buchanan came in, slowed him up. Court Moon came in and finished him. Just a great read there by that Richfield defense.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Falcons from their own 34-yard line. 10:35 to go here in quarter number 1 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Call Richfield Family Dental today at 435-896-9696 or visit richfielddental.com. They will go 1 receiver wide right. That's Bueller. Now make it trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Shotgun formation for Jensen, 3-man front for the Wildcats. Takes a snap, here comes the pressure, has to move to his left, looks downfield, throws, has Ludlow, and it's going to be incomplete as Ludlow tried to catch it going to a slide, unable to do so, 4th down.
Yeah, and Richfield was applying some pressure there on Jensen. He was rolling out to his left and then had to plant and throw a very tough pass, but it was also close to a reception.
So 4th down for the Falcons. Punt team comes on, and dropping back to receive is Kai Thomas for the Wildcats. By the way, throughout today's game, we are looking for that Richfield Golden Drug Player of the Game, your community compounding pharmacy at 508 North Main in Richfield. Honored to serve Sevier and surrounding counties. Golden Drug, voted best of the best 2023. So set to kick it away is Bueller. Gets the spiraling sideways kick away. Bounces to the 40, and it's going to be picked up by Thomas, and right there to bring him down immediately was Slack. So no return on the punt.
Yeah, Thomas felt like he had a good angle to pick up that ball, and a great tackle there by Canyon View to bring him down right after he took it. But had Thomas been able to get free, had a little bit of room.
10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Richfield will start their initial drive of the game from their own 37-yard line. They'll bring Yardley to the right, Thomas to the left, and Giblett to the left of Hafen in the backfield. Shotgun formation, tight right as well with Moon. Hafen steps up, takes the snap. Quick pass to the outside to Moon. Moon tries to find some room to run and really nowhere to go. Ball punched loose at the end of the play, and it looks like Canyon View has it. Yes, they do. They're going to rule it Canyon View football, the 44-yard line on the fumble.
Yeah, and this was what caused problems in Richfield. The only game this season that Richfield had that many turnovers, and they start one on their initial possession against Canyon View.
And punching that away as he was going to the ground for Canyon View was Caleb Jake. And Canyon View takes over the Richfield 43-yard line.
And Richfield's over saying his knee was down. The official, I saw him signaling, no, it came out before then.
So Canyon View in business with 9:52 to go in the first quarter in Richfield territory. Jensen in the gun takes a snap, handoff to Rushton. Follows the lead block as he kind of tiptoes his way across the line of scrimmage for a short gain to the 41. He picks up 2 yards.
Yeah, Kason Acord was there, also along with Ashton White for the Cats. And, a nice little gain. It looked like he had more room than that, but he'll pick up a couple yards.
2nd and 8 now for the Falcons as the play call comes in from the sideline with receiver Trey Bueller. Now the Richfield 41. Play clock down to about 13 seconds. Jensen in the gun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, quick pass on the slant route, looking for Bueller, off his hands. Nice hit from the defensive back as it got there. That was Malik Fountain that delivered the blow.
Malik with a great timing hit there. It looked like he was open for the reception. Look at the timing of that hit. And it looked like he was going to catch it, but he could feel Malik coming at him.
Jensen 1 for 4 to start the game in this quarterback position for the Falcons. 9:06 to go here in quarter number 1. It is 3rd and 8 now for Canyon View at the Richfield 41. And if you're Canyon View, how far do you need to get to make this 4-down territory?
Well, I think they might do it anyway. They did in Richfield. Wherever very rarely did they not go for it.
Jensen drops the pass, throws underneath, ball gets tipped, intercepted. Giblett has it on the far sideline, makes a move to the inside, and we brought down to the 41. So Richfield takes it right back.
Oh, and great pressure. The Cats really did what they needed to do. They were coming in, able to tip the pass. And I didn't see who tipped it.
That was Dax Fjord with the tip.
And Dax, give him credit. And then Beck Giblett made sure he got the interception.
So Richfield takes over at their own 41 now, just about a minute later after fumbling their first play of the game. Receiver wide to each side. Hafen in the shotgun formation. Giblett to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, quarterback keeper off the right side, and he'll be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a half a yard.
Richfield did an overload on the right side. It did not fool this Canyon View team. And you may ask, has Richfield ever trailed at halftime? That in the Payson game this year, they did trail 14-7 at halftime. So it's not that Richfield has not been behind or had some adversary.
Yeah, ended up winning that game 37-21, so dominant second half for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 9. Hafen, quick pass out to the outside to Yardley, makes the jumping catch, runs into a pile of players for both teams, able to fall forward to the 47 for a decent gain to make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and Ashton White was out there blocking, as was Riker Buchanan. And that brings up a 3rd down and much more manageable for Richfield.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 from their own 47-yard line. They need to get to the 49 in Canyon View territory. Clock winding under 8 minutes here on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Play call comes in from the sideline. Double twin set here for the Wildcats. Hafen shotgun formation. Giblett to his left. Hafen takes a snap, looking for that quick underneath route, and did he get it through? Incomplete. He tried to find Yardley, and it was low to the turf as Yardley tried to go down and get it, couldn't grab it.
And Hafen was upset with it, threw it a little bit low, trying to get it away from the defense. And Richfield's going to punt.
Good coverage downfield on that one by Canyon View. So 4th and 4, punt team comes out for the Wildcats. Slate Wright's back to kick it away, and I believe it's Ludlow back to receive. Yes, it is for the Falcons. Snap is good. Wright's with a booming kick. Ludlow drifts back to the 10, makes the catch there, runs back to the 6. Now just tries to get downfield, and he takes it to the 12-yard line, and that's where Canyonview will start their second or third drive of the game.
And what a terrific punt by
Slate Wright.
Slate Wright. He was standing, Ludlow was standing at the 22, 23-yard line. Had to go clear back to the 5-yard line, and Kai Thomas with a tough tackle there.
First and 10 of the 13 for Canyonview. What a difference in games. In the first game that I did today, just barely, with Layton Christian South Summit, there were 4 total possessions in the first half between the two teams combined. This is the 5th possession already in less than 5 minutes here in this game. Double twin set.
2 turnovers.
Yes, double twin set. Quick pass to Ludlow by Jensen. Makes the catch, and he'll be brought down at the 19-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, solid tackle there by the Cats as Pollock brought him down immediately. But Canyonview with a nice pickup there.
Second down and 4. From their own 19-yard line for Canyonview.
Kind of interesting. The chains are on the west side. Most time chains are on the east side.
Now the problem is that this field doesn't actually run north-south, Rick, so it doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't matter.
Jensen in the shotgun formation, double twin set again. Looking to his right, nothing there. Now rolls out with pressure coming. White bearing down, throws, has a man open, and he makes the catch for a Mason Machinery first down to the 28-yard line. On the reception was Deegan Davies.
Yeah, Davies was open, had time rolling out to his right. Richfield with pretty solid defense, but Canyonview does pick up a first down to move from deep in their own territory out to the 29-yard line.
Davies, the team's leading receiver, makes the catch for his first catch of the game, a 10-yard pickup for that Mason Machinery first down. First and 10 of the 29 now for the Falcons. Double twin set again. Left to right goes Davies in motion. Slack in motion. They're going to hand him on the jet sweep. Cuts upfield on the right sideline and gets to the 35-yard line before being brought down by, I believe, Court Moon.
Yeah, solid tackle. Canyonview with a nice block out on that wing that sprung that jet sweep.
Slack with a 7-yard pickup, making it 2nd and 3 out to the 36.
See, this is what Canyonview wants to do. On their very first possession, they had 3rd down and 12. You want to be 2nd and 3rd down and short.
Double twin set again. Rushton to the left of Jensen. Jensen takes a snap. Hand off to Rushton on the dive up the middle. Picks up the first down across the 40 to the 42 for a Mason Machinery first down.
And that was well executed. They faked the jet sweep coming out to the left side this time and just gave it on a straight dive up the middle. And Canyonview putting together back-to-back first downs.
First and 10 of the 42-yard line for the Falcons. Play call comes in from the receiver, Bueller, as the Richfield defense look towards the sideline and get the call themselves from Coach Chet White. Again, a double twin set. Jensen takes the snap, rolling to his left. Heavy pressure, throws underneath. That's going to be caught as he went to the turf. That is Asher Slack with the catch for another gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, Richfield brought 5 guys that time, forced a quick pass, and it was delivered with a nice pass. Jensen put it right where he needed to be. There was going to be no extended yardage with the catch, so.
Jensen started the game 1 for 5. He's now completed his last 3.
Yeah, and they haven't been the big bombs. It's just been the little square outs, short passes. But it has moved the ball for this Canyonview team.
2nd down and 5 for the Falcons, nearing midfield. Double twin set again. They send Rushton in motion, left to right, takes the snap, looking down the field, going to throw across the middle, and caught as it gets past the defense. Heading towards the end zone is Davies. No one's going to catch him. A beautiful teardrop pass from Jackson Jensen, and Deegan Davies takes it to the house. The Falcons strike first.
Yeah, Richfield thought they had that intercepted. They stepped in front for the interception, but the pass was delivered perfectly. They had someone behind there to make the tackle, and they just couldn't quite come up with it. Canyonview with a great drive.
Davies with the catch and the score as Canyonview will score first here with 4:54 to go in quarter number 1. They'll bring Slack on to kick the extra point. The touch on that pass from Jensen was impressive.
Oh, yeah. I thought Richfield was going to intercept it, though, to be honest with you.
The snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good off the scoreboard. So with 4:54 to go in quarter number 1 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard, it's at number 4 Canyon View 7, number 1 Richfield 0 in the 3A semifinals on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom, the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, and KSL Sports.
Dr. Richard Yardley is proud to welcome Dr. Preston Judy to the Mountain View Vision team. Dr. Judy has a special interest in pediatric eye exams, advanced dry eye treatment, and is accepting new patients. Mountain View Vision Center, serving all of Central Utah, offers comprehensive eye care, specialty contacts, diabetic exams, and the management and treatment of ocular disease. Offering a large inventory of frames and sunglasses, their team will help you find the perfect fit. Keep your vision sharp right here in Richfield with Mountain View Vision, proud sponsor of Central Utah High School Sports.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So the first trip to the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone goes to Canyon View with a 53-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Jensen to Deegan Davies. Apex Foot and Ankle sees new or old sports injuries for the ankle and foot, along with any foot pain, bunions, hammer toes, and toenail problems on Main Street in Richfield. They accept all major insurances. Now time for the Richfield City kickoff as Ludlow gets set to kick it away. And it is Yardley and Thomas back to receive, yes. And it's going to be a short kick. It returned up by one of the up men as he gets across the 38 to the 33-yard line. That was number 50 on the return. Kaysen Acorn.
Kaysen knew what to do with it. He just tucked it under and cut up field. And Richfield will take that right around the 34-yard line.
And believe it or not, this is their worst field possession of the day on their third drive.
Yeah, but that's still not bad.
No, still good field position.
What Richfield had, the first play of their initial possession, they had a fumble. And they just have not got going offensively here so far because of that.
Fumble on the first play and then a 3-and-out on their second drive. Trips right, one receiver to the left for the Richfield offense. Hafen with Giblett to his right in the backfield, shotgun formation. 7 in the box for Canyon View. Takes a snap. The give to Giblett. Gets wrapped up in the backfield, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 33.
Yeah, good defense by Canyon View. They read that perfectly.
Yeah, despite the 4 receiver set, they packed 7 in the box there.
Yep. And that's what they've done the last several years. They packed the box and threatened Richfield to pass on them. And, Richfield's a decent, a pretty solid passing team. We'll see what happens continually.
Going to send Yardley in motion right to left. 3 receivers to the left now. Hafen takes a snap, looking for the quick pass, able to get it through. That's going to be Thomas, lowers the head and gets upfield to the 43 or 44-yard line. Going to be just shy of the first down, it looks like.
And Canyon View brought 6 that time, and a good release there to Thomas.
10-yard gain to the 43 makes it 3rd and 1 for Richfield. Hafen's going to go under center here with Giblett behind him in the backfield. Double wing set, takes the snap, fakes the pitch, looking for the pass downfield for Moon. Has single coverage and tries the one-hand grab and can't reel it in. It falls incomplete. Richfield and Moon specifically wanted the pass interference call, doesn't get it.
Well, there was a lot of bumping going on there. I if anything, it would have been a hold call, but I don't know there's enough to call that.
So 4th and 1 for Richfield at their own 43-yard line. Hafen going to go under center again. They try to take a shot and catch him off guard. Now they face 4th and 1. Hafen under center. Hard count. Canyon View doesn't bite. Still 13 seconds on the play clock, and Richfield's going to call timeout. So we'll have our first Riverstone Contractors timeout of the game. Riverstone Plumbing and Heating in Richfield. They have the equipment and skills to perform timely, high-quality service for residential and commercial jobs. Call 896-6264. Canyon View leads Richfield 7-0 in this 3A semifinal. 3:33 to go in quarter number 1 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
4th and 1. Hafen takes the snap. Quarterback sneak and a great push from the offensive line coming out of the Riverstone Contractors timeout. Looks like they got about a half yard more than they needed to pick up the Mason Machinery first down.
Richfield went for it twice in the Canyon game in Richfield and did not get it. And so I can't tell you, I was breathing a little heavy that time. A nice run there by Hafen.
So it gets just enough. Few inches more than he needed, in fact, for the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, their first down of the game. They go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun to formation for Hafen with Giblett to his right in the backfield. Hafen takes a snap, rides the handoff, going to give it to Giblett, dives forward as he got tripped up to the 50-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, a little misdirection as Giblett ran off the left guard and just followed this blocking, able to dive forward to pick up 5 yards.
So 2nd down and about 4.5 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they gave him to the 50-yard line, the ball right at midfield.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hafen again in the gun. Takes the snap, gives the handoff again to Giblett, left side, and this time nowhere to go. They're going to give him a half a yard just across the 50.
Yeah, and Richfield trying to soften this Canyonview defense up, but Canyonview, as you mentioned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they have stacked this box.
So 3rd down and 4 for the Wildcats. The ball just across the 50, 49.5-yard line. They need to get to the 45.5-yard line. 2:13 to go in the quarter. 7-0 Canyonview. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Hafen with Giblett to his left in the backfield. Takes the snap, quick pass out for Moon. Has blockers in place, makes the catch, gets tripped up and brought down. Ludlow reading the play perfectly and no gain on the play, gain of a half a yard.
Yeah, Ludlow with a terrific play out there. No one picked him up, and Ludlow able to bring down Moon. Moon tried to spin.
So it's 4th and 3.5. Punt team comes out for the Wildcats with Wrights back to kick it away. And Ludlow drops back to receive, standing at his own 20. Good snap to Wrights. Another good kick, and Ludlow's going to let that one go as it bounces to the 12, rolls inside the 5, and will get to the end zone before Richfield can cover it up.
Yeah, and I thought that might go short, but as soon as it hit the ground, you could see it was headed for the end zone. I didn't necessarily think it was going to make that.
So Canyonview takes over on their own 20 with a minute and a half to go in quarter number 1, leading 7-0 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard.
Yeah, coming off a very impressive drive. What was it? 80 some odd yards last time.
87 yards in 6 plays, of course, including the 53-yard touchdown pass.
And so far, Canyonview has really dominated this game. Something I did not see, but they have really had the offense, and their defense has stopped Richfield so far.
Double twin set for the Falcons. Jensen, shotgun formation, Rushton to his right in the backfield. Sends Rushton out. Quick pass to Rushton. Here comes the pressure from Richfield and makes a nice tackle. Is that Fountain with the tackle?
Yeah, Malik did with a great tackle out there.
Be a short gain. It looks like he got to the 23 maybe is where they'll mark it for a 3-yard gain. Nice tackle, though, by Malik Fountain. .89 passing yards so far in this game for Jensen.
Yeah, they've gone away from any run. Richfield's really taken away the run, but so far the pass has worked. Only 1 interception.
Double twin set again. Rushton goes out of the backfield again. Pump fake now by Jensen. Looking downfield. Now their heavy rush. Gets hit, and White brings him down to the big sack rack at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and that was only rushed 3 guys trying to find the time.
A loss of 12 will make it 3rd and 19 for the Falcons at their own 11.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good spot. I like that spot. I was looking on the replay, and that's about where he got hit.
22 seconds to go in the first quarter. They will have to run one more play with the play clock now down to 12. They break the huddle. They'll go trips right, 1 receiver to the left. The lone receiver is Ludlow. Jensen down to 2 seconds. Doesn't see the clock and just got it off in time. Rolls to his right. Looks downfield, throws across the middle, intercepted. Wrights has it for Richfield, inside the 15 to the 10. Takes a shot, breaks the tackle to the 5. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Oh, what an interception! Wrights veers to the left, veers to the right. It didn't look like he was going to make it, and end zone.
Slate Wright with a pick six as the first quarter comes to a close, and Richfield with a PAT away from tying this game.
Oh, what a tremendous play. The whole defense give them credit, but Wright came up with a pick.
Razor with the extra point attempt, hits the post and falls into the end zone, no good. So as the first quarter comes to an end on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard, it's number 4 Canyon View 7, number 1 Richfield 6 in the 3A semifinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
So 7-6 your score after one quarter of play. Canyon View leads Richfield, and Richfield getting ready for the Richfield City kickoff. Richfield City, the heart of trail country, a great place to visit, stay, and explore.
The good news for Richfield is they scored, and they really haven't had a ton of offense. The bad news is the defense is going to stay out on the field, Robert, because they just scored again. Because Richfield just scored.
Yes. And then again, the PAT hitting the upright, making it so Canyon View has the 1-point advantage in this one. Razor with the approach for the Richfield City kickoff. Line drive kick. It'll be picked up at the 20-yard line, out across the 25. Ludlow cuts inside of the 31-yard line. Excuse me, that was not Ludlow on the return. That was one of the upbacks. That was Dax Nickel with the return.
Yeah, and pretty good defense that time, tackled by Richfield again. Both teams have been solid on their tackling in this game.
Mentioned that we're looking for the Golden Drug Player of the Game. We're also looking for the White Sanitation On-the-Go Services Sub of the Game. Contractors and outdoor event planners can find sanitary portable restrooms for any situation and garbage and dumpster services for any application. Call White Sanitation at 896-9212. Trips right here for the Falcons. One receiver to the left. Jensen shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looking to his left, quick slant route. That's going to be caught by Ludlow, and he makes a move to the outside to pick up a Mason Machinery first down to the 44-yard line.
Boy, that was just a great execution. Canyon View made it look so easy. Ludlow was open, wide open. The pass was delivered. Easy first down that time for Canyon View.
That puts Jensen over 100 yards passing in the game. He has thrown the one touchdown, but also 2 interceptions in the first quarter. They'll go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jensen takes a quick pitch snap, and he's going to pitch it out to the right side, and getting out to the 50-yard line on the run. That's going to be a new running back in there. That's Asher Groff with the carry.
Yeah, and a nice run that time. I'll tell you, Canyon View will take that as Groff gets it out to midfield, brings up 2nd down and 4. And so far, this Canyon View offense has really given Richfield some troubles.
Yeah, 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4 now for the Falcons. Groff staying in there at tailback. Jensen takes the snap. Drops the pass. Here comes the pressure from Nate Young. Steps up, looks downfield, throws, and it's going to be incomplete as he tried to get it through to Trey Bueller.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down in Richfield. Of course, this is a semifinal game in Richfield. This would have been 2-down territory for Canyon View. They went for it anytime they were across the 40-yard line, their own 40.
3rd and 4 here.
And I think that was 4 different times, Robert. So they pretty well showed they weren't going to punt if it was just under 10 yards.
Double twin set here for the Falcons. Groff stays in at running back. Takes a snap, does Jensen. Pump fake, now throws the out route. That's going to be caught by Slack, and he'll be brought down, but has enough for a Mason Machinery first down into Richfield territory.
Yeah, Slack was open. Richfield had 4 jerseys out there, but no one around him. And again, another easy reception for the first down.
8-yard gain on the pass to Asher Slack.
And it's just been these little out patterns that have been kept this offense moving. And then the one long bomb down the center of the field. between two defenders.
Trips right, one receiver left. Jensen, another quick pass. That one go looking for Ludlow, and Ludlow tried to settle into a zone, and the pass led him, falls incomplete.
And Canyon View with a 2nd down and 10 here. That one was quicker than most of the passes. Tried to just do a quick square in there.
Groff still in at running back. I'm trying to look to see where Lincoln Rushton is on the sideline to try to catch and see where he's at. 2nd down and 10. Double twin set. Another quick pass, out route pattern, throws to Bueller, caught at the 35, a stiff arm to the 34 is where he'll be brought down.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and short, which again is where they want to be. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah, they're going to give him to the 33 for a 9-yard gain.
Canyon View's been very, very impressive with their offense here today. They have moved the ball.
3rd and a yard. 10-12 to go in the first half. 7-6 Canyon View leads. Again, they'll go with a double twin set. And Coach Miller doesn't like what he sees. He calls timeout. So another Riverstone Contractors timeout. Call Peter Riverstone Plumbing and Heating at 896-6264. 7-6 Canyon View leads Richfield in the 3A semifinal on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. The Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Feeling hurt? Uncomfortable standing, walking, or running? Salt Lake Running Company offers free custom shoe fittings. With an assortment of functional footwear and inserts, we've got solutions to help you have your best workout, work day, or work escape. For over 25 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped people find the perfect personalized fit that keeps them comfortably moving. Visit us at one of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com today.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Coming out of the Riverstone Contractors timeout, 3rd and a yard for Canyon View. They go 3 backs in the backfield. Jensen under center. Richfield packing the box. Jensen takes a snap, bobbles it on the handoff, and Richfield recovers. Let's see. It might be they didn't recover as Canyon View. It looks like it slipped out of Richfield's hands.
Buchanan had it. It looked pretty easy that Buchanan had it, but now a late slide on it.
Yeah, it looked like Buchanan easily had it, and then he turned around and tried to dive for it again, and Canyon View maintains possession. It'll be 4th down and 3.
Well, I don't know how he didn't come up with that. And the Richfield fans are booing, but it was obvious that he lost let's look at the replay here.
Yeah, it looked like it was easy, but he just slipped right through his legs.
Yeah.
Still was loose, clear down there.
Yeah, you can see he didn't have a hold of it.
So loss of 3 makes it 4th and 4.
Great camera work on that, by the way.
Yes, it was. Appreciate it. We got Joe Williams, Adam Coombs out there running camera. So they're going forward on 4th and 4. The Richfield 36. Jensen, double twin set, takes the snap. Here comes heavy pressure, throws deep down the left sideline, and flags will fly on either a holding or pass interference as he was looking for Ludlow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pass interference. Or they're going to say there was a hold early.
Either way, it'll be a first down. It's going to be defensive holding on Richfield, but a first down as they'll mark it from the 36 to the 26 and keep Canyon View's drive alive.
Yeah, that was on a 4th down play, a big play. I don't think they had much of a chance to complete that, but
you can see the hold on the replay there. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the Richfield 26. Double twin set again. Jensen sends Davies in motion. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Breaks through one arm tackle. Gets inside the 20. Down to the 19-yard line is where they'll spot it.
And a called quarterback keeper and a nice pickup on a first down. And this is what's really propelled this Canyon View team early in this game is they've been able to pick up good yardage on first downs. And so they can run or pass.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain. Again, a double twin set. Rushton is back in as the tailback. Jensen takes a snap. They pitch it to Rushton. Blown up again by Beck Giblett. That's the 3rd time they've ran that play this game, and Richfield has owned it every time.
Well, Giblett was all over it and brought him down. A solid tackle.
Loss of 3 on the play to Rushton. Makes it 3rd and 6. At the 22, they need to get to the 16. 8:20 to go in the first half. 7-6 Canyon View. Again, a double twin set. Shotgun formation for Jensen with Rushton to his left. Takes the snap, looking to his left, slant route, and throw it behind the intended receiver.
It was tipped.
Yeah.
It was tipped there by Court Moon.
Well, I think he threw it behind him. Had it been on target, Court Moon would have intercepted it.
Yeah, see, they signaled, the umpire was signaling that it was tipped.
Yes, and it was. But had he been on target, it would have been an easy interception for Moon.
And I think it was because Moon was coming that he tried to go behind him a little bit. Moon had one of the most incredible interceptions last week against Ogden. Again, they're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 6 of the Richfield 22. Jensen takes the snap. Here comes the pressure from Richfield. Drops the pass, throws deep. Short route to Ludlow, and it's going to be incomplete.
That could have been offensive pass interference, but I don't think it was, but it was. Anyway, watch this replay.
He tried to cut back as the ball was thrown well low, and he slipped on the cut.
He just fell.
He just slipped on his cutback, and that'll be a turnover on downs by Canyon View. So Richfield takes over on their own 22-yard line with 8:01 to go in the first half. Still looking for something offensively.
Yeah, they're only down 7-6, and yet the offense has really not put much together here in this game.
Trips left, one to the right. Hafen takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and tries to do a quick pass to Moon and batted down right at the line of scrimmage. And making that play defensively for Canyon View was Dalton Malcolm.
Yeah, and Malcolm had a chance to intercept that. The ball came, he knocked it down and hit him in the midsection, and then fell to the ground.
Yeah, it's easier said than done to intercept the pass when you're a yard away from the quarterback.
When I said incredible, that's what Court Moon did last week.
Double twin set for the Wildcats. Hafen rolls to his right, looking downfield, looking for Yardley, and makes the catch to the 40 out to the 50-yard line as where he's pushed out of bounds, and the Wildcats offense comes alive.
Yeah, a great pass rolling to his right. Yardley caught it around the 42-yard line, and then cut up field across midfield.
33-yard gain on the pass to Yardley. 1st and 10 at the Canyon View 45. Hafen a quick pitch to Giblett and gets hit in the backfield, and down he goes. A loss of 5 back to the 50.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Seth Morris as Richfield wanted to block him, and they couldn't because they didn't have the angle.
So
great play there by this Canyon View defense.
2nd and 15 now for Richfield. Right at midfield. Going to have trips right, one receiver to the left. Shotgun formation for Hafen. Players looking around with lots of questions. Now they get it figured out. 7 seconds on the play clock. He looks back to the sideline, does Hafen, down to 4 seconds. Takes the snap. Fakes the quick pass, looking downfield. Now he goes back to the quick out route. That's going to be incomplete on the pass intended for Griff Wayman.
Yeah, and that probably was a good drop ball because had Wayman caught it, he was going to lose about 10 yards.
Yeah, he got swallowed up in a hurry. That was Jensen that swallowed him up.
This is really where Richfield has not had a lot of this season. 3rd and longs. And this is just very typical of what the first half has been for Richfield.
3rd and 15. Trips right, one receiver to the left. Shotgun formation for Hafen. Down to 3 seconds in the play clock. Takes the snap. Drops back, looking to his right. Has time. Now here comes the pressure. Spins out of it. Throws as he getting hit. And it's going to be incomplete. 4th and 15. And it'll be 4th and long here for the Wildcats. Reggie Hafen not happy about something, coming and talking to Coach Thorson on the near sideline.
Yeah, it's okay. It was under a lot of pressure.
I don't know if what he wanted there. He was getting pulled back as he tried to throw it.
Maybe he thought it was a horse collar, but it was not.
Yeah, he grabbed the bottom of his jersey.
Yeah.
So.
And Richfield, I think, is trying to decide if they're going to go for it. I think they're going to punt.
Yeah, they send Slate Wrights out there. And now the officials blow the whistle.
It's the back judge.
Yep, he came up to talk to the white hat. Not sure if there was questions on what the play clock was at. It was at 20 right there, which would have seemed about right. 6:53, so 4 seconds came off the game clock. So they're resetting the game clock.
On the incomplete pass.
Yep. So 4th and 15, Wright set to kick it away for Richfield. Ludlow back to receive at his own 18. Another good snap, another good pump by Wright. This one going to the right side. And Canyonview just clears out of the way as it's touchdown. They're about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Falcons will take over.
Yeah, and right there to bring it down immediately was that
Gage Yardley, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was Gage. Richfield with really only one big play in this game. That was the play to Gage Yardley, and the offense has continued just to struggle. Canyonview's done a really good job against this Richfield offense. That's averaging, 35 points a game, you said?
Yeah.
Of course, Canyonview themselves are averaging 30.
Almost 40.
Yeah, almost 40.
Double twin set again for the Falcons. Jensen in the gun, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Sends left to right in motion. Slack takes the snap, does Jensen. He can be a design quarterback run. Flag flies in the area of a hold as he got stuffed in a hurry at the line of scrimmage.
It's either a hold or a face mask generally in that position.
The play got stuffed early. It is going to be a hold, so that'll move Canyonview back.
Yeah, you're certainly going to take that, move them back deep in their own territory.
Yeah, back to the 14-yard line.
And had it been within the 20-yard line, that's only half the distance. But because it was at the 24, they get the full 10 yards on the holding call from the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 2nd down and 20 from their own 14. Double twin set again, left to right. They send Ludlow in motion. Jensen drops the pass. They go to Ludlow on the crossing out. What a grab. He gets to the 20-yard line, wrapped up there by Wayman at the 20 or 21. The pass was behind him on his hip and a one-handed grab by Ludlow.
It was a one-handed grab, as you said. And look at that. And he just knocked it from his backhand to his front hand. And that was a nice pickup of about 6 yards. But still brings up 2nd and long for Canyonview.
To the 21, we'll call it a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 13. They will go trips left, one receiver to the right. That's Bueller on the lone right side. Jensen in the gun. Takes a snap. Quick pass, dump-off pass, and Ludlow makes the catch and just gets covered up there immediately.
Yeah, and this is where Richfield wants Canyonview in 3rd and longs. Instead of your 3rd and shorts, which Canyonview's has been able to run or pass, and really their offense is, they're going to have a lot of yards here, but only 7 points to show for it.
They get 4 yards on that dump-off pass to Ludlow for a gain of, or to get to the 25. So 3rd and 9. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Jensen takes a snap. Looks to his left. Pump fake. Has to roll out with Nate Young giving heavy pressure. A flag flies on a hold as he throws it away.
And I don't know if the ball did get past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy. But
I think there was an easy hold call on Nate Young back there.
And I assume if you're Coach Thorson, you decline it and make it 4th and 9, and that's what he's going to do.
Nate Young is just a beast.
So the penalty is declined, so it's 4th and 9 for the Falcons at their own 25-yard line. And for the second time today, they'll bring the punt team out.
They're not going to go for it here. And Kai Thomas is going to stand right at the Richfield 40. He's going to move him back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Coach White came and said, you got to drop back. Bueller takes the snap. Good end-over-end high kick, and he drops back to the 32 is where Thomas has it. Makes a move to the 35, 40, and Slack trips him up at the 45. He'll dive forward to the 48.
Yeah, and that was a good saving tackle by Slack, as Thomas could have picked up another 10 yards. But nonetheless, Thomas did pick up 12 or 13 from where he caught it.
So great field position for Richfield with under 5 to go in the first half, down 1, 7-6 to Canyonview. 4:53 on the Richfield Telmy Dental scoreboard. Canyonview's going to call a Riverstone Contractors timeout, their second of the half. Again, call Pete at Riverstone Plumbing and Heating, 896-6264. It's a 1-point ball game. Canyonview leads number 1 Richfield in the 3A semifinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Zions Bank is celebrating 150 years in our community. Whether you're looking to open a new account or save for the future, their bankers are ready to help you right now or when it's convenient for you. Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
1st and 10, Richfield out of the Riverstone Contractors timeout. Double twin set. Hafen going to be a quarterback keeper off the right side. Has room to run. Down the field he goes to the 40-yard line for a Mesa Machinery first down and a 12 or 13-yard gain.
And I think that was a called play. They faked like they were going to go up the middle to Giblett, and then he cut right.
13 yards, 1st and 10, Wildcats. Double twin set again. Hafen in the shotgun formation. 4:35 to go in the half. Takes the snap. Quick pass to the left side. That's going to be caught by Thomas and immediately brought down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, and this Canyon View team has been very, very stiff up front here. Not giving up many big plays.
Seth Morris with the tackle on that one. 2-yard gain. So 2nd and 8. Hafen takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper gets hit again. Seth Morris again, right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Well, Seth Morris came out from the outside, knifed in. He was untouched on the right side. That was a planned blitz.
So 3rd and 8 now for the Wildcats.
As Canyon View has really stuffed this box, they have blitzed different people.
Play call comes from the sideline for Richfield. They'll go double twin set again with Giblett to the right of Hafen in the backfield. 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. Hafen takes a snap. Going to roll to his right. Looking for Moon. Moon with the out route. Makes the catch and has enough for a Mesa Machinery first down as Slack brings him down.
Yeah, a great pass. Hafen delivered it where it needed to be, and Moon made sure he got to the first down distance for the reception. Right in front of the Canyon View bench.
10-yard gain for the Mesa Machinery first down. At the 27-yard line in Canyon View territory, Richfield marching towards the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. Same formation. Going to bring the left side in a little tighter. Hafen sets. Looks at it again, down to 2 seconds on the play clock, and he's going to call timeout. Didn't like what he saw, so Hafen goes ahead and calls timeout himself. Another Riverstone Contractors timeout, the second of the half for Richfield. And again, we'll take the break with him. And on the Richfield Thelma Dental scoreboard, it's Canyon View 7, Richfield 6 with the Wildcats driving when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. Ski Chevy, now at your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
We're back here at the Zions Bank Stadium, and the Wildcats out of the timeout with a touchdown pass from Reggie Hafen to Court Moon right down the sideline. Hafen dropped it in perfectly, and Moon reeled it in.
You called the Canyon View pass. What'd you call that, on a dime, or what did you say when he did it?
Teardrop.
Teardrop. That was a teardrop into Moon on a dead run. And Moon catches it, and it's a touchdown.
Beautiful throw from Hafen, and Moon reels it in. Now the Wildcats will go for 2 to make up for the missed extra point earlier. They've taken the lead 12-7. First lead of the game for Richfield. Hafen under center. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, doing the quick pass to Moon, makes the catch above Slack, and it's 14-7. Richfield on top with 2:45 to go in the first half on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet and flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's will do the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new, stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks from Shepherd's. With new hours from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, shop Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We're back here at Zions Bank Stadium, and the Wildcats have taken their first lead 14-7 after Reggie Hafen connects with Court Moon on that 27-yard dime into the end zone, and then follows up with a quick dump pass on the hot route to Moon coming out of that tight end spot for the two-point conversion.
And Moon made two very nice catches. They were not easy.
Razor now with the ensuing Richfield City kickoff. He'll bounce to the 15-yard line, picked up there. Bringing it near side is Rushton, has a defender on top of him, breaks the first tackle, but then Moon grabs him and brings him down at the 18 or 17-yard line.
And what a great stop there by Luke Worley. Worley stopped him right in the center of the field, and I just got to give credit there to that young sophomore.
So 1st and 10 for Canyon View at their own 17-yard line, with Richfield now leading 14-7. 7th possession of the game for Canyon View. Richfield has had 5 possessions. Of course, they did score once on a pick 6, their first touchdown. Double twin set here for the Falcons. Jensen will be in the shotgun formation, Rushton to his right, 2:36 to go on the half. Jensen goes to Rushton out of the backfield and able to break one tackle, gets to the 20-yard line for a gain of 3.
Yeah, and Giblett came up to make the tackle but slowed him down. And you just feel like Richfield has gained a little bit of momentum here. Of course, your momentum is only as good as one big pass away. But yeah, it just has that feel to it here, Robert.
Yeah, there's no doubt they've taken the momentum, and they're going to give, it looks like, Rushton the ball to the 21, so a 4-yard gain on that. So 2nd down and 6. Jensen again. Under 2 to go. Takes the snap. Pump fake. Here comes some pressure. Dump off to Davies. Just got it past Nate Young. Davies makes a man miss. Gets out to the 30, 35 before being hit and brought down at the 38-yard line for a Mason Machinery first down.
That was a bunch of ifs. This could have happened. That could have happened. It looked like Young had a chance. And then Davies had a chance to break it and go.
17-yard gain for the first down. Canyon View and hurry-up offense. Takes the snap right off the left side. Has some room to run before Nate Young grabs him coming from the right side. But it's going to be a 7-yard gain to the 45-yard line. They'll go double twin set again. 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Right to left comes Davies. Takes a snap. Handoff goes to Rushton right up the middle. Lowers the shoulder. Picks up the first down across midfield to the 49. That'll stop the clock for a moment with 1:15 to go in the half.
And that play worked well in Richfield. It's done well today. I think that's one of Canyon View's best plays where they fake the fly pattern.
Jensen takes the snap, drops the pass, looks to his left, going to throw deep down the sideline, single coverage. Ludlow goes up and incomplete as Tanner Pollock was right with him step for step.
Yeah, Pollock with terrific defense down that sideline.
Ludlow just jumped a little early when he was trying to high point the ball, but Pollock was right there in great coverage. This does stop the clock at 1:01. Canyon View still has 1 timeout left in the half. The Richfield 49.5-yard line. Jensen takes a snap. Crossing patterns, has to step up, heavy pressure, and down he goes. The Richfield defensive line with a big sack back to the 50.
Canyon View is going to have to take a timeout, and they are here, Robert.
They will use their final Riverstone Contractors timeout of the half. Under a minute left in the half. We'll keep it right here. Riverstone Plumbing and Heating in Richfield. They have the equipment and skills to perform timely, high-quality service for residential and commercial jobs. Call 896-6264. That's Pete there at Riverstone Plumbing and Heating. So 3rd and 11 now for Canyon View. And they've had success in the short patterns, but now obviously they're looking to have to be able to get some passes downfield.
Well, they had the big long pass. And I honestly, I thought Richfield was in position to intercept it as the man came underneath, but it was delivered perfectly. Since then, it's been mostly on the outs, very little in the middle, unless it's about a 5 or 6 yard pickup.
Yeah. So both teams dialing up their best offense for the Falcons, best defense for the Wildcats here with 54 seconds to go in the half. It's 3rd and 11 Canyon View. Right at the 50-yard line. Double twin set. Jensen will be in the shotgun formation. Wrights and Yardley deep at safety. About 12 yards, 13 yards off the ball. Jensen drops the pass. Throws an underneath route to Ludlow, who just got enough for a first down to the 39-yard line and move the chains.
Yeah, great pass. Ludlow went down on the turf, but the clock will run. Canview with no timeouts.
It stops just long enough to set the ball, and they restart it. Jensen takes a snap. Quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he busts through getting near the 30-yard line, and that's where it'll stop. But again, the clock will run as a result of that running play. Going to put it to 31 for an 8-yard gain for Jensen. 2nd down and 2. Clock down to 25 seconds. Jensen takes the snap, looking to his right, rolling to his right. Here comes the pressure. And he's just going to throw that one out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was a good play. He just threw it out of bounds. The rule changed 2 years ago. You just couldn't do that. You got to be at least 3 steps outside of the pocket, and the ball's got to pass the line of scrimmage, and that easily both those were met. And Jensen made a good decision there.
15 seconds to go in the half. 3rd and 2, Canyon View. Richfield leads 14-7 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard.
With 15 seconds here, Robert.
Double twin set again. Jensen in the shotgun formation. 3rd and 2. Takes a snap. Quick pass to Ludlow. Ludlow makes the catch and steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line, or right at the 25 to stop the clock.
Yeah, and he did a smart thing. Went immediately out of bounds. That stopped the clock.
6-yard gain for the Mason Machinery, first down. Ludlow with 7 catches in this first half for 59 yards.
Boy, he's been impressive, as has Bueller's done good.
Jensen takes the snap, another quick pass to Ludlow, and again he steps out of bounds. 3 seconds is all came off on a 4-yard gain to the 21.
They act like they're trying to get in a field goal range here, because certainly this would make a long play for a touchdown, but, you know, stranger things have happened. 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, they've taken 3 seconds off on each of the last 2 plays, which have been gains of 6 and 4. Both passes to Ludlow. Jensen takes a snap. They're going to take a shot here, looking downfield. 4 seconds left. Throws for the end zone, and Ludlow goes up, and it's going to be incomplete. 1 second left on the clock. Ludlow wanted a penalty call. Felt like he had his arm being pulled down, but no flag on the play.
And now this will be the last play, and will they try a field goal here?
Looks like they do bring out the field goal unit. Ball's in the 21, so it'll be about a 38-yard attempt, 39-yard attempt.
Yeah, I'd call the 39-yard. It's between the 28 and 38, so whichever one you want to give it's correct.
Yeah. So Slack, the field goal kicker. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, line drive kick, and it splits the uprights. So as time expires in the first half, Canyon View cuts into the Richfield lead at the break in this 3A semifinal game on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Number 1, Richfield 14. Number 4, Canyon View 10. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem. School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Any Hour Services has a team of technicians that can take care of any plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning needs you might have around your house. Got a drain that's clogged? Call Any Hour Services. Need a ceiling fan installed? Call Any Hour Services. Can't get the heat to come on? Call Any Hour Services. Maintenance, repair, or install, any job, any size, Any Hour Services. Mention this ad and take $50 off your next visit. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jones & DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman. This is the Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show, supporting local programs and academic and athletic achievements. Building relationships and working passionately is a winning combination with Jones & DeMille Engineering. And it's the 3A semifinal game. Number 1, Richfield leads number 4, Canyon View, in a great game so far, 14-10 at the half. Rick, your takeaway from this first 24 minutes?
Well, I think Richfield's fortunate they didn't get behind further early. I thought Canyon View moved the football on them, but Richfield's defense did what they've done. They kept Richfield in the game, came up with a defensive touchdown, and then I thought Richfield finally started to settle down and play a little bit. Canyon View's offense has been impressive, but yet at the end of the day, Richfield still held them to 10 points, a team that's averaging 40 points a game.
Yeah. And, of course, you got the best defense in 3A in Richfield, only giving up 7.5 points per game as well. So you're seeing certainly a good offensive performance by Canyon View that hasn't translated into points, and as a result, a very good bend but not break defensive performance by a very good number 1 defense in 3A in Richfield.
And Richfield did start to move the football the last couple possessions, and we'll see if that translates in the second half, if they've seen something that they're able to make some adjustments on. But Canyon View has really played hard, and as has Richfield. And Richfield, to me, did the right things, and as the end of it, they're up at halftime.
Big shout out to Brad James, once again providing our Sorensen Levitt Insurance stat check for us. Visit Sorensen Levitt in Salina or Richfield for your home, auto, and business insurance needs. Proudly representing auto owners insurance. Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield at 896-4471 or Cena Rasmussen in Salina at 529-7471. And we'll first look at the total offense for these two teams. First off, for Canyon View, 201 total offense. Richfield has 109. Again, as you mentioned, there would be a big disparity there. Canyon View, 173 passing yards to Richfield's 93. Neither team running the football real well. 28 rushing yards for Canyon View, 16 for Richfield. Rick, let's look at some of those individual stats. First off, for Richfield, as they have the lead.
Well, Reggie Hafens rushed for 15 yards on 4 carries. Beck Gillette was 7 yards. So, as you said, they have 22 yards passing.
You have to go with the
15
the net. Yeah,
I apologize. 15 for Hafen. On the receiving yards, Court Moon with 43 yards receiving on 4 receptions, a long of 27. That was the touchdown. Gage Yardley had 2 receptions, that long one at 33. Kai Thomas with 2 receptions for 12. They've caught 8 passes, 93 yards, as you said. We'll go over to Canyon View. On rushing, Canyon View is Asher Slack with 13 yards on 2 carries. And you have Lincoln Ruston with 9 yards on 6 carries. And Jackson Jensen with 6 yards on 6 carries. On receiving,
it looks like he missed one of those. Graft should have had a 6-yard run and not Slack 2 carries.
Yeah, he didn't have Graft on
or Groft, excuse me, not Graft. Groft.
Ludlow has 8 receptions for 64 yards, a long of 13. Davies with a long of 53. He has 3 receptions for 80 yards, but the touchdown was a big pass reception for them. Asher Slack with 3 for 16 yards. Bueller with 1 for 9 yards. And Ruston with 1 for 4 yards. Total of 16 receptions, 173 yards. And punting, Canyon View's punted twice. They averaged 36 yards. Richfield's punted 3 times. They averaged 42 yards.
You talked about time of possession as a key factor here. Canyon View nearly doubling Richfield. Canyon View 15.5 minutes, Richfield 8 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They controlled the first half. They got the ball first. Richfield's first play from scrimmage, they had a turnover. I think that will tend to come back a little bit as Richfield gets the ball to start the second half.
Looking at the drive chart here in this game, Canyon View had 7 drives in this first half. First one, after getting a first down, they punted. They then threw an interception on their second drive. Then they put together a 6-play drive going 87 yards, including a 53-yard touchdown pass from Jensen to Davies. And then on their third drive, another interception, that one being returned for a touchdown by Slate Wrights for Richfield. And then their next drive, starting at their own 31-yard line, they drove all the way down to the 19, got pushed back to the 22, and turned it over on downs there. Then their second to last drive resulted in a 3-and-out. And finally, their last drive, they finished with a 39-yard field goal by Asher Slack. For Richfield's drives, they have 2 less drives because of the initial kickoff going to Canyon View and the final drive going to Canyon View. And then also, of course, the interception return for a score by Richfield. First play of the game offensively for the Wildcats, a fumble recovered by Canyon View. Their next drive, they went 3-and-out. They then did pick up some first downs before punting on their third drive. Then they got another first down on their fourth drive before punting. Then on their last drive, they go 52 yards, and they do it in 5 plays, including a 27-yard touchdown pass from Hafen to Moon for the Wildcats. So the big difference right now is the pick 6.
Yeah, and it was a big play because Wrights picked it. And it looked like he was not going to get in the end zone. Where did he catch it? Around the 15-yard line, maybe 14. And then he veered to the right. He just had the angle, and those linemen couldn't catch up with him. And I thought it was an impressive return there by Slate Wrights. And then Court Moon's reception was not an easy one. He had a man. He was on a dead run, and Hafen delivered it right where he needed to.
Yes, he did. So there's your first half Sorensen Levitt Insurance stat check. Again, give Corey Sorensen in Richfield a call at 896-4471 or Cena Rasmussen in Saline at 529-7471. We'll take a break here inside your Jones Intermill Engineering halftime show. Come back with your State Bank of Southern Utah score update and get you ready with your Richfield Community Pharmacy keys of the second half as well. That's coming up next here from Harriman Zions Bank Stadium on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Dr. Richard Yardley is proud to welcome Dr. Preston Judy to the Mountain View Vision team. Dr. Judy has a special interest in pediatric eye exams, advanced dry eye treatment, and is accepting new patients. Mountain View Vision Center, serving all of Central Utah, offers comprehensive eye care, specialty contacts, diabetic exams, and the management and treatment of ocular disease. Offering a large inventory of frames and sunglasses, their team will help you find the perfect fit. Keep Keep your vision sharp right here in Richfield with Mountain View Vision, proud sponsor of Central Utah High School sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Feeling hurt? Uncomfortable standing, walking, or running? Salt Lake Running Company offers free custom shoe fittings. With an assortment of functional footwear and inserts, we've got solutions to help you have your best workout, work day, or work escape. For over 25 years, SLRC's award-winning customer service has helped people find the perfect personalized fit that keeps them comfortably moving. Visit us at one of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com today.
Zions Bank is celebrating 150 years in our community. Whether you're looking to open a new account or save for the future, their bankers are ready to help you right now or when it's convenient for you. Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. Ski Chevy, now at your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman as the two teams are making their way back out onto the field for the second half of this 3A semifinal game with number 1 Richfield leading number 4 Canyon View 14-10. At the break, this is the Jones Intermill Engineering halftime show supporting our youth in their efforts to develop new talents and passions, paving the way to success. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. Let's give you our State Bank of Southern Utah score update. Proud to support our student athletes. Next time you have a need, think State Bank and choose to keep your money local. Supporting our community member FDIC, local decisions, better results. State Bank of Southern Utah. And for our score update, of course, in the 3A side, this is the only game we've had so far. We've only played half of it. We've got the second 3A semifinal coming up at 7 o'clock tonight between number 2 Manti, number 3 Morgan. Should be another great game there.
Who do you like in that game?
To me, I've said it. Morgan, until a 3A team beats them, Morgan is kind of that team.
I kind of like Manti in that game. I'll just tell you my opinion. But.
I think Manti is certainly an exciting team. We've seen them they put up 61 points against this Canyon View team, right? And so it's that offense can certainly put up points in a hurry. Should be a fun matchup there, but it should be a great game here in the 7 o'clock hour. We'll have Tanner Wilkinson and Greg Sterner on the call for you on that one. And then but earlier today, we had the 2A semifinals. San Juan continues to flex their muscles, beating Summit Academy 51-0 to move into the state championship. Then just a phenomenal semifinal between the 2-3 matchup. Number 2 South Summit down 14-0 at the half to number 3 Layton Christian. They come from behind to win that game 17-14 and hold on for the victory there. So South Summit moves on to play San Juan in that 2A state championship next week. Then yesterday, Rich and Monticello dominant performances in the 8-man semifinals. They move on to play each other. That's going to be a great matchup next week in the 8-man game between Rich and Monticello. And then in the 1A 1A games, 2 really good football games yesterday afternoon and evening, as number 1 Beaver held on to beat number 4 Kanab 20-13 to move into the state title game, and then number 3 Enterprise came from behind to beat number 2 Duchesne in overtime 18-12. And so we've had some great games here this weekend, and of course there's still a game and a half of great football left.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun and being here. Great atmosphere here. A lot of blue from Richfield. Cedar brought a big crowd with them from Canyon View, and a lot of interest in this. Of course, first time in 35 years for Richfield to be playing in a semifinal game, and they haven't been in a state championship game the same amount of time.
For Canyon View, they were, of course, in the semifinals just last year, after beating Richfield in the quarterfinal game, and another great game, and before losing to Juab, I believe 37-21 was the final, I believe, in that semifinal game last year for Canyon View. So we get ready for this second half. Rick, do you have any Richfield Community Pharmacy keys of the half for these two
teams? I think turnovers are a key for either team. Certainly they were a factor in the first half, and I think in the second half, if you have turnovers, they'll become bigger to you because you're playing with just a half of football left.
So we'll watch for turnovers with our Richfield Community Pharmacy keys of the half. They believe their customers belong to their family. Let them provide you with the convenient professional service you and your family deserve. Located at 440 South Main Street in Richfield, Richfield Community Pharmacy. Richfield will receive the kickoff to begin this second half. Canyon View will be kicking left to right, so Richfield will return it right to left as you see it and hear it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
What do you think's a key here, Robert?
Well, I want to see which one of these units are going to break first. Is Richfield's defense going to break first, or will the Canyon View defense? Because both defensive sides have done really good, played really good football.
Well, neither team's been able to run the ball very good, and if either team's able to run somewhat, I think that will be a factor.
Yeah, very true. So this has been the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From first downs to touchdowns, Jones and DeMille Engineering is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. Richfield City kickoff is away. It'll bounce to the 11-yard line, picked up by Yardley at about the 8, brings it across the 10, looking to get to the 15, gets swarmed by Falcons, dives forward, just moves the pile forward across the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And I don't know how he got to the 22-yard line. I thought he was going to be done at the 15. I don't know about you, but Yardley just somehow swung around and moved the football out to the 22.
Again, throughout today's game, we're looking for our Golden Drug player of the game for the Wildcats. Golden Drugs thanks all their customers and is proud to support high school sports in Richfield. And White Sanitation on-the-go services sub the game. Call White Sanitation on-the-go services at 896-9212. Double two backs in the backfield now for Reggie Hafen. Giblett to his left, Moon to the right. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, rides the handoff, going to give it to Giblett off the right side. He dives forward after he got hit early by Davies. Going to be a gain of 2.
Yeah, and Davies knifed in from that linebacker position very quick. I'll tell you what, Canyon View's done a good job of reading whether Richfield's going to run or pass, and those linebackers have been quick.
So it makes it now 2nd down and 8. Hafen shotgun formation, 3 receivers bunched to the left. Takes a snap, inside handoff goes to Thomas. Thomas slips through the middle and then gets hit and stood up, I believe, by Davies again after a gain of about 4.5, maybe 5.
Yeah, he gets past Davies. There's a lot of room there, and I think that time it was Davies. Had he got past Davies, he had a lot of room.
5-yard gain on the carry. First carry of the game by Thomas. That makes it 3rd and 3. Empty backfield now for Hafen. Shotgun formation. Trips right, 1 receiver, or 2 to the left. Takes the snap. Quick pass underneath to Moon. Makes the catch. Has enough for a Mason Machinery first down to the 35-yard line.
Boy, Canyon View brought the house, then tried to press the receivers, and Hafen delivered. That's how Canyon View's beaten Richfield the last 4 times the last 2 years is they stacked the boss, rushed, and then pressed the receivers. That time, Richfield delivered and got the first down.
1st and 10 to the 35-yard line for the Wildcats. Double twin set. Giblett to the left of Hafen. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Quick out route pass. That's going to be too low for Thomas as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, the ball was just a little bit low. Thomas was standing right about the 40-yard line. 5-yard gain on it, but couldn't come up with it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Wildcats. They'll go trips right, one receiver to the left. That's Fountain to the left. Giblett to the right of Hafen in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, quick pass down the middle to Moon, makes the catch and takes a shot in the process, but looks like he has enough for a Mason Machinery first down.
Boy, that was a quick release right in the center of the field. Moon knew he was going to get hit. He hangs onto the football and gets the first down.
10-yard gain for the first down. Hafen takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drive, passes. It got tipped in the air, and both teams might have had a chance at it, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, you're looking to see who's close to it, but really no one had a chance on either team. As for the second time in this game, big number 99, Dalton Malcolm, deflects a pass.
So it makes it 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Double twin set again. 6 in the box this time for Canyon View. Hafen takes the snap, looks to his right, throws for the out route to Moon, has him open. Moon makes the catch before being brought down right at the chain by Ludlow for another Mason Machinery first down.
And that looked like a pass to Ludlow from Canyon View. Moon was open. The pass was delivered, an easy first down that time. Maybe the easiest short pass like that Richfield's had tonight.
1st and 10 of the 44-yard line, handoff right side, and best running play of the night for Richfield other than the one big run by Hafen. And Giblett gets inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Giblett did a nice job of reading the blocker. He could have gone right or left, chose to go right, but picked up a nice 6-yard gain.
2nd down and 5. Shotgun formation for Hafen. Double twin set again at the 39-yard line in Canyon View territory. Wildcats driving. Hafen takes a snap. Gives the handoff to Giblett again, right up the middle. Has another gain of about 3 down to the 36.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down and short, about 2 yards for Richfield. And all 8 of these yards have been handoff to Giblett. And I said, if someone's able to run the ball, that would be a factor. Of course, no points yet on this drive.
Same formation for the Wildcats. Hafen in the gun. Canyon View showing pressure on the hard count. Hafen resets. 5-man front for the Falcons defensively. Hafen takes a snap. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Has the first down and more as he gets inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27.
Yeah, and you called that perfectly, Robert. They brought pressure, 6 people, the linebackers, and somehow Hafen found a seam on the right side, easily picked up the Mason Machinery first down for Richfield.
So 1st and 10 of the 27-yard line in Canyon View territory as the Wildcats have had it for nearly 4 minutes. The trips left formation now with one receiver to the right for Richfield. Hafen with Giblett to his right. Talking to his running back. Down to 5 seconds of the play clock. Takes the snap. Quarterback keeper again up the middle. Likes what he sees up the middle. And another nice gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards.
I think Richfield saw something that they want to try and take advantage of it. They've gone off this right side on this drive now 5 times in a row.
Going to put that at the 23 for a gain of 4 yards on the carry for Hafen.
And it's been Giblett or Hafen with the ball on all 5 carries.
2nd and 6. Going with the inverted wishbone, the Delta formation. Hafen talking to his team. Goes under center. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass out of the backfield. He gets it to Moon. Has room to work. Spins out of the tackle. Has the first down inside the 15 near the 10-yard line. And they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 13 for a Mason Machinery first down.
Well, Moon had Davies on him right as he caught the pass just beyond the line of scrimmage, and he spun around and cut up field, able to pick up the first down for Richfield.
So at the 13-yard line, the drive continues. Nearly 5 minutes have come off now on the drive. 7:01 to go in the third quarter. 14-10, Richfield leads. Hafen goes under center. Stay with that inverted wishbone. Take the snap, fake the pitch, hand it off to Moon right side. Moon gets hit in the hole, but stays on his feet and gets down to the 6-yard line for a gain of 7.
Oh, my goodness. It looked like Moon was stopped after 1 or 2 yards. He just kept turning his feet. He gets a 6-yard gain inside the 10, as you said, Robert.
Yeah, they'll spot it at the 7. So, 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. They stay with the inverted wishbone. Hafen under center. Takes the snap. Now they do pitch it out to Thomas. Tries to get to the edge. Blockers in place. And does he get there? No, he will not as he steps out of bounds at about the 2.
I believe he's got enough for the first down, though.
That would be the case. If it is, that is. Mason Machinery first down. Richfield certainly trying to establish the run on this drive. 8 running plays on this drive out of their 14 plays. First and goal from the 2. Hafen takes the snap, drops the pass, nothing to his left, looks to his right. Going to tuck it and run, gets hit from behind, and he'll be brought down to the 1, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, it looked like he might get sacked. Instead, he's able to cut up and is brought down just at the 1-yard line.
Including all types of runs. He only had 8 runs in the first half, did Richfield. They have 9 on this drive. Hafen under center, 2nd and goal from the 1. Takes the snap, pitches it out to Giblett, and he'll step into the end zone for the touchdown as Richfield adds to their lead.
And I said at halftime, one of the keys, if someone could establish a running game. Now, Canyon View's yet to have the football, but Richfield puts together a very impressive drive to start this second half, and it's all on the ground.
Now the Razors' extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, it is number 1 Richfield 21, number 4 Canyon View 10 in the 3A semifinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Zions Bank Stadium as Richfield. It takes nearly 6 minutes off the clock on their opening drive to add to their lead and make it a 2-score game, 21-10. It capped off on a 16-play drive that featured 10 running plays with a 1-yard touchdown run by Beck Giblett.
Yeah, and Giblett, there was no one going to touch him. When they pitched it to him, you thought, where are they going to go? And he just, Canyon View had stacked that middle.
Razor set for the kick. Richfield City kickoff, squibbed down the middle of the field, picked up at about the 22-yard line, out of the 25, tries to make a move to the 30, and it goes backwards as a result on the return by Nickel, and so Canyon will start on their own 27-yard line.
And Slate's right with a vicious tackle there on that kickoff. Oh, my heavens. Look at the way he hits him here. Well, and also give credit there to Richfield's Gage Yardley.
Yeah, both in on that tackle. Canyon will go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jensen takes the snap, gives the handoff to Rushton as they're trying to get the run going as well. Going to lose a yard, it looks like, on the play. Back to the 26-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say maybe just no gain at the 27.
Yeah, they gave him a couple-yard loss there, Robert.
Oh, yeah, assuming they started the 29, not the 27.
It was hard to see where they were going to spot it, but they eventually did give him a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, so 2-yard loss in the play for Rushton. 7 carries for 8 yards for him. 2nd and 12. And flags will fly.
Yeah, Canyon View jumped on that. We haven't had a lot of penalties in this game. It's been a well-officiated game.
Yeah, just 1 penalty on each team before that one.
Well, they are talking. Now maybe they're going to say Richfield jumped, but that would be inside. I didn't see that.
And the umpire threw the flag first, and then both the line judges did as well. And it is going to be offsides on Richfield.
Yeah. So Richfield must have jumped, and it created the movement on Canyon View.
So the penalty moves up to the 32, 2nd penalty on Richfield.
Yeah, they haven't had many penalties, but you can't argue this crew's done a great job. Not been a lot in this game.
So 2nd down and 7 as a result. Left to right comes a slack in motion. Fake the handoff there. Quarterback keeper up the middle for Jensen. He gets across the 35, spun around to the 38. Pile continues to move. And going to be about 38-yard line, 39 right in there for a 5 or 6 yard gain.
One of the rule changes this year is emphasis on aiding the runner. You can push the pile and move it, but you cannot pull the running back specifically.
6-yard run to the 38 makes it 3rd and 1 now for Canyon View. Jensen in the gun, double twin set, takes a snap. Here comes the pressure from Richfield, gives it to Rushton. Rushton breaks on a leg tackle and gets to the 40 for a Mason Machinery first down to the 41.
Oh, Richfield just almost had him for a loss back there as White just couldn't quite hang on to him. And that was just great running.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons at the 41-yard line. 4:30 to go in the quarter. Double twin set, right to left goes Davies in motion. Fake the handoff there. They give it to Rushton up the middle. Lowers the shoulders as he gets to the 45. Make it the 47-yard line for a gain of 6.
The good thing for this for Richfield is the clock is running. You'd like it to run where you're ahead. But Canyon View with the drive here on the run game. Both teams have gone to the ground here in the second half.
Yeah, Canyon View has not thrown it on this drive. 4 straight running plays. Make it 5 straight. Another handoff to Rushton. Going to be just a 2-yard gain to the 49.
And I'm sure that Canyon View's in 2-down territory. I just don't think they'll punt at this situation if they don't get it.
3rd and 2 at their own 49-yard line. 3:45 to go in the quarter. 21-10 Richfield leads in the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard after they made it once again to the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone with that 1-yard touchdown run by Giblett. 3rd and 2, Jensen, quarterback keeper right up the middle. And he's going to get to the 50, but no more, so it'll be 4th and a yard as the Richfield defense stands up.
Yeah, and that was a high snap. Jensen with a terrific job of bringing it down.
Now it's important to note the ball is placed just across the 50, which means it's less than a yard as a result.
Well, you look at the chain, and it's just beyond the 49.
Yeah, true.
So it's kind of interesting here.
Double twin set. 4th and 1 for the Falcons. Jensen looking to the sideline. Play call comes in. Talks to his running back. 4 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Dives forward, and he's got enough for a Mason Machinery first down to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, very, very close. Jensen with a nice job of reaching forward, getting the first down by a yard.
So the chains move for the Falcons. Clock at 2:48. Falcons break the huddle. They'll go 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. That same double twin set. They have yet to pass it on this drive. Takes a snap. Now they do pass. Quick pass to Ludlow. Tried to get blockers in place. Bounce to the outside. Nowhere to go as Richfield smothered him early. Back to the 49 for a loss of 3.
Yeah, in on that for Richfield was Slate Wrights along with Beck Giblett. And those two just read that nicely. And also on the far side, I didn't get that number over there. I think maybe Pollock was also in on that.
So 2nd down and 13. Same formation. Jensen pitches it to Groff out of the backfield. Groff cuts inside, back against the grain, and he's going to get the 3 yards back, maybe half a yard more.
Yeah, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And Canyon View has just thrown a couple screen passes. Well, just one screen. That was a pitch. Will they try and pass it here? I think they will.
3rd and 9 at the Richfield 47, excuse me. Jensen in the gun. Takes the snap. He does drop the pass, looking to his right, throws that out route. That's going to be caught by, I believe, Bueller. And they're going to say he was down as the ball came out, but it looks like he has enough for a Mason Machinery first down based on the spot.
Yeah, and they are going to give him a first down. We'll have to see. We just didn't have any kind of angle. It looked like a good catch.
Richfield, yeah, the catch was good. The players, we just can't see how it came out with Richfield players in the way. So 10-yard gain on the pass to Bueller. 1st and 10. Mason Machinery first down. Run up the middle again by Jensen.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Both teams have come out with quarterback sneaks up the middle, as I think that's the 3rd one on this drive by Canyon View. Richfield did the same 3 different times. So They both saw something at halftime.
Picks up 5 yards on that one down to the 32, so 2nd and 5 Falcons.
And you talked about all the change of possessions in the first quarter. This is only the first possession of the third quarter, and time's going to run out on us here.
Yes. Double twin set again. Jensen in the gun with Groff to his right. Takes the snap, gives to Slack on the jet sweep. Busted up in the backfield. Ashton White will bring him down. Slack, I think, might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And Court Moon was in there to help finish him up, but give White credit. But I'm sure this is 2-down territory for Canyon View. They would go for it.
3rd and 5 again for the Falcons. Ludlow runs the play in from the sideline.
I don't think they're going to run another play. I think that's going to end our third quarter.
They're trying to hurry and get to the line as a result. 3 seconds to go. And nope, they're not going to get it off. They do get it off. Nope, the officials will blow it dead. So that'll be how the third quarter comes to an end on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Number 1, Richfield at 21. Number 4, Canyon View 10 in this 3A semifinal game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet and flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's will do the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new, stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks from Shepherd's. With new hours from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, shop Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rick Robinson as we start the fourth quarter after the first half was about the time you would expect a very fast third quarter.
Yeah, Richfield kicked off to Canyon View with an even 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Canyon View has taken the ball, and they've run out the whole final 6 minutes of that third quarter. They still have the ball with a 3rd down and 5 here.
At the 32-yard line in Richfield territory. Jensen in the shotgun formation, double twin set. Sends Slack in motion, takes the snap, drops the pass, rolls to his right, goes to Slack out of the backfield, takes a shot on the play. Beck Giblett delivers the blow. It's going to be, a loss of a yard as a result of the play.
And in the break, Robert and I noticed that Jensen switched the shoulder pads he had from his quarterback position. You don't know if he was getting smaller shoulder pads or bigger shoulder pads. But nonetheless, they were switching.
Yep, or if whatever happened, if he needed the reason why he needed shoulder pads. We don't know what the difference was.
Maybe there was a strap.
Trips left, one receiver to the right. Jensen rolls to his left, looking downfield, looking, throws for Slack. Ball's knocked away. Yardley and Pollock in coverage on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs.
And boy, Richfield had that well covered. You will watch the replay here. Jensen rolling out to his left. And Richfield just had it well covered. There was nobody open.
So a turnover on downs. And Richfield takes over at their own 33-yard line. Up 2 scores with 11:21 to go in the game.
That's still eternity in this game. But last time, Richfield, how many times did you say they passed it on the last drive?
Well, a 16-play drive. They ran it 10 times, so 6 passes.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 33. And with a 2-score lead, they'll be content to run it here.
Well, I think they'll just play what they've been playing if they play like they have most this season. But I'm like you. I think they will run it.
I don't think they're going to let Reggie Hafen run this play. Coach Thorson was trying to get Reggie Hafen to come off the field as Hafen ran on without his helmet on. And the officials were talking to each other now about it, and Hafen's trying to say, hey, my helmet's on, I'm good to go. Thorson was trying to grab him before the play happened. And they're going to go ahead and let him do it.
Yep.
Double twin set here for the Wildcats. Hafen in the gun. Giblett to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap. Rides the handoff. Gives it to Giblett up the middle. And nowhere to go as he's gang tackled back at the 33 for no gain.
Yeah, and that's probably the worst run of this half that Richfield's had. That looked very familiar to the first half runs.
Same formation here for the Wildcats. Clock ticking under 11 minutes. Hafen again comes set from the gun. Takes the snap, looking to his right, pump fake, looking for Yardley deep, has a step, makes the catch at the 25, 15, ball's punched loose, but it goes out of bounds, and a big play for Richfield as they'll have it inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, what a beautiful pass from Hafen to Yardley. Yardley did not have to break stride. He caught it on a dead run.
63-yard gain. Before that play happened, I was watching Yardley, and he was pointing at the sideline to his coaches, pointing to himself, and he took off on the go route. Hafen bobbles the snap, able to pick it up, throws it to Giblett in the backfield, diving for the end zone. Touchdown, Richfield.
I don't know how they got to the end zone. Hafen fumbled the snap. Giblett kind of fumbled it, and yet somehow got into the end zone, and there's a flag. It looks like a holding call on Richfield.
Let's see what the penalty is here. They're talking to the Canyon coaches, so it must be after the play.
It's what
it's
sounds.
a celebration on sportsmanlike on Richfield. So they're going to.
Yeah, it's a celebration penalty.
Yeah, so they can choose to take it on the PAT or on the kickoff. Yeah, there's another look at it. Hafen somehow picked it up and just spun and threw it blindly almost to Giblett.
What happens in the end zone here?
Canyonview will take it on the.
We didn't see anything there, but doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Canyonview will take it on the kickoff. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:38 to go in the 3A semifinal game, number 1 Richfield 28, number 4 Canyonview 10 on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Hive.live powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium as we get ready for the ensuing Richfield City kickoff after Beck Giblett with the 5-yard touchdown run. You're getting a look at the big play that set it up, though. The pass from Hafen to Gage Yardley inside the right to the 5-yard line to set that play up.
The last time Richfield had the football at the end of the first half, they scored a touchdown. They've had the ball twice in the second half, 2 touchdowns. So last 3 possessions, this Richfield offense has got going. 3 straight touchdowns, Robert.
Razor set to kick it off. Again, the penalty marked on the kickoff, so they're kicking off from their own 25 are the Wildcats. So the return men for Canyonview stand at their own 25. Comes the kick from Razor. Short kick. It'll be taken to the 35-yard line to the 40, 45, and stopped there by Court Moon, but a decent return. And that's Canyonview will start at near midfield.
And also Casey Acord with a hit there. So those two with a nice hit. You kind of figured Canyonview was going to have pretty good field position on after they marked off the 15-yard penalty. Can Richfield's defense step up here?
They'll mark it at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. First and 10. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Shotgun formation. Jensen takes the snap. Looks to his left, throws down the seam, and it's overthrown and picked off by Pollock. Ludlow almost just gave up on the pass, and Pollock was there to catch it for the interception. Richfield back in business.
Boy, and has this Richfield defense done its job? 3 interceptions in this game. In Richfield, it was Richfield that had the 5 turnovers. Now Canyonview has delivered here in the semifinal, but you can't take away from Jensen's passing. He's had some great passes.
Yes, he has, but Richfield back in business on their own 27-yard line, leading 28-10, and a chance to add to it here with a double twin set. Hafen in the shotgun formation, Giblett to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, rides the handoff, gives it to Giblett. He's able to slip through the pile for a couple of yards to the 29.
Yeah, Beck just cuts up over the left guard.
2nd down and 8.
And that does make the clock continue to run, which is what Richfield wants. It's an ally for Richfield.
Hafen settles back in the shotgun formation. He's going to go ahead and look at that play clock and let it wind down. Gets down to the 6-second mark. Now Hafen sets. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper off the right side. Got a block. Gets across the 30 to about the 33 for a gain of 4. Late flag comes in. And Richfield applauding the flag.
They're showing a face mask is what some of the players have shown.
Personal foul face mask. So the run gets out of the 33. You add the 15 on top of it out to the 48 now for Richfield.
I personally think
49.
all face masks should be 15. I think if your face mask gets a face mask, I don't care which side it's on. In college and pros, they give automatic first downs. It's not that in high school.
Second penalty of the game on Canyon View. They have 2 for 25. Richfield 2 for 15. Make that 3 for 30 on Richfield after that unsportsmanlike celebration one. 1st and 10 of the 49. Inverted wishbone for the Wildcats. Hafen will go under center. Lets that play clock wind down. Takes the snap. Hands off in the backfield, and Slate Wright's nowhere to go. Spun around and dropped for a loss of 2.
Yeah, nice tackle in the back there by Richardson. Richardson had a great game in Richfield and comes up with a big tackle that time.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Wildcats. Clock, though, continues to wind down. They stay with the inverted wishbone. Hafen under center. Continues to let the play clock wind down. Not as much this time as he gets underneath. Takes the snap. Handoff on the dive to Giblett. Takes a couple of shots. Now he's driven back. And he's only going to gain a yard to the 48, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and if you're Richfield, will they try and pass it here, or will they continue just to run the ball? If they catch the ball, the clock continues to run. But if you have an incomplete pass, that does stop it.
3rd and 11.
Of course, Richfield up by 18 points right now.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation for Hafen with Giblett behind him in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch, inside hand up to Thomas on the counter. Thomas gets to the edge, now cuts back, and Bueller was there to wrap him up and bring him down after a gain of about 4.
Yeah, the blocks were out there early. The play just took too long to get out there. If Thomas couldn't have got out there sooner, there was lots of room. But give Canyon U credit.
4th and 7 now for the Wildcats. On the Canyon View side of the field, they are going to send Slate Wrights out to kick it away with the 18-point lead. Clock will wind down, be able to get it down under 7 minutes before the kick. Snap is good. Wrights is blocked on the kick. And Canyon View is going to dive on it at about the 43-yard line in their own territory. So the punt is blocked, and Canyon View has good field position to start this next drive.
Yeah, that was a great block that time. Snap was a little bit high. Let's see who blocked that. There were a host of Canyon View. They had 4 different players in there. I couldn't tell who got it.
Canyon View scored 10 points in the first half, including the first 7 in the last 3 of the first half. Yet to score here in the second half, down 28-10. Jensen, empty backfield, takes a snap. Quick pass to the right side. That'll be caught. And Wayman will bring him down with some help. Get to the 48-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yeah, and that short gain keeps the clock running with 6:45 to go. And at this point, I think Richfield's fairly happy to keep everything to short. Keep that clock running.
Pass goes to Slack. 2nd and 5. Empty backfield again. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, now rolls to his right, and going to throw underneath. The pass will be incomplete. Looking for Davies.
Yeah, and pretty good defense that time by Griff Wayman there on the defender.
Jackson Jensen is 20 for 35 in this game.
And
35 passes.
Young was chasing Jensen, and Jensen just had to get rid of the ball.
Lincoln Rushton was actually the intended target on that one. Jensen, quarterback draw up the middle, and Court Moon just with a leg tackle brings him down, but it looks like he has enough for a first down, and he does.
Yeah, that was a good read. Well, I think that was a quarterback call all the way.
5-yard gain. He's got 11 carries for 25 yards. Empty backfield again. Jensen takes a snap, drops the pass. Looking. Great coverage downfield. Just a 3-man rush for the Wildcats. Now Jensen throws on the run. Intercepted. Slate Wrights has it again. And he'll just run it out of bounds at the 27-yard line. And Richfield has it back with 5:58 to go and a 3-score lead.
Yeah, Richfield, if they can just run the clock, they're in pretty good shape here. On the 4th interception of this game, Richfield has only rushed 3 players, and trying to find somebody open has been difficult downfield. It's the short passes that Canyon View's had made their money on today.
Yes.
They did have the one long touchdown reception, but he put that, as you worded it, on a how did you word it? In between 2 defenders on a
teardrop.
I don't know why I had trouble remembering it, but that was a great description.
Richfield will go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for Hafen with Giblett to his right in the backfield. As they start on their own 27-yard line. Second drive in a row on their own 27. This time they have it with 5:58 to go in the game, and umpire's going to blow it dead.
Delay a game on Richfield.
Yep. Oh, back judge. Yeah, I didn't see the flag from the back judge. So move it back 5 yards to the 22. 4th penalty on the Wildcats for 35 yards.
What's kind of interesting, that delay of game comes on a change of possession. Usually you don't see that, but you only have 25 seconds from when they chop it. Normally you have 40 in between, so maybe they got an early chop on that.
1st and 15. Hafen takes the high snap. Quarterback keeper off the right side, cuts back inside, and he'll be wrapped up as he got to the line of scrimmage a little further by Mark Richardson for a gain of about 3 to the 25.
Boy, so many things for Richfield this year. They had never beaten Cedar. 9 tries they had done. They beat them in Cedar City this year. There's so many things they've done first for this year. This team really has played well.
Hafen takes a snap, fakes the handoff, drops the pass, throws a deep one to the left, looking for Moon, has a step, wheels it in with one hand into Canyon View territory at the 40-yard line. What a catch by Court Moon.
Oh, there were 2 defenders on him. Hafen delivered it to him on a dead run, and Moon brought it in.
That puts Hafen over 200 yards, 219 in the game with that 35-yard pass. Puts Moon over 100 yards receiving.
Richfield had not beaten Juab in 21 years, and they beat him the first time in 21 years. 10 years since they had beaten Canyon View. Just unbelievable the number of things that have gone on this year for this team.
Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. And Hafen just gets the snap off in time. Nope, he doesn't. False start called instead.
And it's been 35 years since they played in a semifinal. They're trying to get to a state championship. They have not won a state championship in 39 years. So there's just a lot of things for this team. No Richfield team's ever been 12-0. And if they win today, they'll be 12-0.
I think they're going to win today, Rick.
Well, I never call a game till it's over.
28-10, 4.5 minutes to go. Richfield first and 15 at the Canyon View 45-yard line. Hafen, quick pass to the outside to Moon on a wide receiver screen. Moon makes a couple of tackles, gets to the 45, and dives across the 40 for a gain of about 6.
Boy, I don't know about you, but that Canyon View defense, that's the first time today I thought they looked a little tired the way they tackled. And how would they be? Wouldn't be. I mean, both Richfield and Canyon View defenses have had to do a lot of things against these good offenses.
Makes it 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats from the Canyon View 39-yard line. Hafen trips right, one receiver to the left. Takes the snap, pump fake, looking deep, has Thomas who got past the defense, makes the catch, touchdown Richfield as the Wildcats add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And I'll tell you what, another strike delivered by Hafen. I don't know how you're going to choose a Golden Truck player of the game.
You're going to.
I wish you good luck on that, because Hafen delivered it right on the money, and Thomas went into the end zone.
39-yard touchdown. Razor on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:44 to go in this 3A semifinal on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard, another trip to the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone for the Wildcats. They lead at number 4, Canyon View, 35-10 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Time now for the ensuing Richfield City kickoff, as Richfield leads at 35-10 in this 3A semifinal and well on their way to the 3A state championship next Saturday at 7 o'clock at SUU's Eccles Coliseum. The kick will be picked up by Nickel for Canyon View. Tries to find some space. Slows down now, bounces across to the 35-yard line is where he'll be brought down by Pollock. And that's where Canyon View will start their drive with 3:35 to go.
Yeah, Nickel doing a nice job. It looked like he was unsure was going to go down immediately, but his hesitation made it so he had a chance to break it, and then finally the little seam he had collapsed.
So he'll start at the 36, 1st and 10 from there for the Falcons. You go 2 receivers to each side, again a double twin set. And Richfield's going to call a timeout. Coach White, defensive coordinator, didn't like something that he saw. At least wants to visit with him about something here with 3:35 to go. Riverstone Contractors timeout called. Call Peter Riverstone Plumbing and Heating, 896-6264. We'll take the break with him, 35-10. Number 1, Richfield over number 4, Canyon View, 3.5 left on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Any Hour Services has a team of technicians that can take care of any plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning needs you might have around your house. Got a drain that's clogged? Call Any Hour Services. Need a ceiling fan installed? Call Any Hour Services. Can't get the heat to come on? Call Any Hour Services. Maintenance, repair, or install, any job, any size, Any Hour Services. Mention this ad and take $50 off your next visit. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
1st and 10 for Canyon View. Jensen takes the snap, delivers a pass out to Davies. Davies spins out of a tackle, makes a move, and doesn't get any more yards as a result, as Richfield covered him up quickly, flying to the football for a gain of 5.
Yeah, and that is what Canyon did. Canyon did a lot in the first half, little 5-7 yard gains, and they were able to move the ball upfield. In the second half, they tried to run, and it has not worked as well.
2nd and 6. Jensen drops the pass, out route pattern. That's going to be caught by Slack. Moves forward for a Mason Machinery first down to about the 48-yard line.
And you never know if the reason why a team changes is because the defense makes adjustments and you see things you like.
1st and 10. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Jensen takes the snap. pump fake. Rolls to his right. Has pressure coming from behind. Throws down the sideline for Bueller, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, and one of the differences in today's game, when Jensen's had to roll, it's not been as many open guys able to get the ball. When Richfield's been able to do that, their guys have been open. Of course, they've been able to catch it on a dead run. But that's been one of the differences here in the second half.
Yeah. Second down and 10 for the Falcons. And coming up next, 7 o'clock kickoff, or before 7 o'clock since it's here, we'll have Manti Morgan. Every game is kicked early this weekend. Jensen takes a snap, quick pass to Davies. Davies makes a move inside, has the Mason Machinery first down towards the 35-yard line, making the 36.
Yeah, and a well-delivered pass and a nice pickup there. Davies does a nice job of cutting upfield. That's one thing these receivers from Canyon View have done all day. They know how to cut upfield once they catch it.
Same formation. Jensen takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw again, throws downfield, has a man open. That's going to be caught by Davies, breaks a tackle down the sideline into the end zone. Touchdown at Canyon View.
Yeah, a well-delivered pass. That time he had two receivers, and either one of them was open down there.
Second touchdown reception of the game for Deegan Davies. 36-yard strike on this one.
Well thrown that time, and Davies knew what to do with it. Boy, he went right to the end zone.
That was the 41st pass of the game by Jackson Jensen. That puts him over 200 passing yards on the day. Of course, his counterpart, Reggie Hafen, well over 200 passing yards at 264 on just 22 passes. You're going to go for two here. Play clock, though, is down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'd use a time. They're going to use a timeout. It's a non-factor in this game.
Yeah. They'll take the Riverstone Contractor timeout. We'll keep it right here and take the break after the extra point or 2-point conversion attempt. 35-16 is now your score on the Richfield Family Dental as Canyon View's made it to the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone for the first time since their first drive of the game. Apex Foot and Ankle sees new or old sports injuries for the ankle and foot, along with any foot pain, bunions, hammer toes, and toenail problems. They accept all major insurances on Main Street in Richfield. You'll see Dr. Viliami Vakauda-Kakala today. 35-16 your score. And Canyon View will go for two here. Two receivers to each side. Jensen takes the snap, looking to his right, throws the out route for Davies, makes the catch for the 2-point conversion attempt. So with 2:11 to go in the game on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard, it is number 1 Richfield 35, number 4 Canyon View 18 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium as Richfield plays for the onside kick attempt from Canyon View at the Richfield City kickoff. There's the onside kick. Easily goes to 15 yards, and Richfield will cover it up. It easily goes to 10 yards, almost 15.
But it went almost. We knew what you meant. It went almost 15, but it just needs to go 10.
Giblette covers that one up in a hurry at the 46-yard line, so Richfield will have it there with 2:15 to go in the game, leading 35-18 over Canyon View.
Now, I don't think Richfield's going to pass here.
I would agree with you. Made some changes defensively on that last drive, did Richfield. They've made some changes here offensively now as well.
Yeah, they certainly don't want to draw any injuries at this point in the game.
Hafen still in at quarterback. The new running back is Dre Myers, the senior. Hafen takes a snap, quarterback keeper, and just takes a knee.
Yep. And Hafen just came up. It looked to me like he was thinking about handing off, but didn't.
Timeout called by Canyon View. Riverstone Plumbing and Heating timeout called once again. So we'll take the break. 2:03 to go on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Richfield 35, Canyon View 18 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Zions Bank Stadium at the Riverstone Contractors timeout. 2nd and 13 for Richfield. Hafen takes the snap, going to bring it to the near side, has plenty of blockers in place, cuts upfield, and he'll be driven out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That stops the clock.
Well, he did just what they don't want him to do, and they're talking to him, don't run out of bounds. You see Coach Thorson telling Hafen, we don't care so much about the yardage. We want you in bounds.
Be a 9-yard gain to the 48 in Canyon View territory, make it now 2nd down and 4.
And Hafen gave him the head shake, okay. and certainly you're not angry at him on that because it's a non-factor in this game.
They'll go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Make it 2 to the right. Kept the starters other than Giblett out there offensively, has Richfield. Hafen takes the snap, going to bring it to the near side again, and this time he will go down to the ground to get brought down before the sideline. No gain on the play. Timeout called by Canyon View, their final timeout of the game. So it is a Riverstone Contractors timeout. So we'll take one more break with 1:50 to go. It is 4th and 4 for Richfield when we come back. They lead at 35-18 in this 3A semifinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Different formation here for Richfield on the, looks like a punt attempt. Wrights out to kick it away, takes the snap. Here comes the heavy rush from Canyon View, and Wrights does get the punt away. And that'll bounce to the 10 and will roll into the end zone. So Canyon View will have it on their own 20 with 1:42 to go in the game, down 17 to Richfield.
And no timeouts for Canyon View.
Correct.
So that is a factor.
Yeah, they've used all 3 timeouts.
So that means if they're in bounds on any tackle, on first down it will stop till they move the chains, but anything out of bounds. And I would guess that Canyon View will try and pass to the sidelines. That's what they did at the end of the first half, and they did a good job and got a field goal out of it.
Yeah, the big key here is that it's still a 3-score game. You can't catch them in 2 scores with the 17-point advantage. Empty backfield for Jensen. Takes the snap, drops the pass, steps up, throws underneath on the crossing route to Ludlow. Ludlow gets a block and will just go out of bounds at the 25 or 26-yard line. 25.
Yeah, just a simple pass. Richfield's keeping people deep. And what they want to do is tackle him in bounds. That time Ludlow had nobody really close to him able to run it out of bounds.
Trips right, 2 receivers to the left. Again, shotgun formation for Jensen. Drops the pass, looking to that right side. Throws a quick underneath route. Caught by Bueller. Made a man miss down the sideline. He goes, lowers the shoulder to take out the defensive back downfield and picks up a Mason Machinery first down before stepping out of bounds at the 42.
Yeah, I'm just watching that. Pass was caught behind the line. Oh, that was the previous play there.
17-yard gain up to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock stopped at 1:28 to go in the game. Jensen drops the pass again, looking to his left. Now rolling to his right. Throws underneath. That's going to be caught by Slack. He'll go out of bounds at the 46-yard line for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, where Canyon View's had their difficulties, the 4 interceptions, other than the one the Wrights got for a touchdown, they've been long passes. The one Wrights got was just about a 10-yard pass. But Canyon View's really done a good job on those patterns today.
2nd down and 6. Empty backfield again for the Falcons. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his left, looking downfield, looking, steps way back, now steps up, throws down the sideline, and that's going to be caught. What a grab. The clock will still run after they set it by Deegan Davies, though, down inside the 30-yard line. 18-yard gain on that one. Same formation. Minute 5 to go. Jensen takes a snap. Quick pass to the left side, caught by Ludlow. And he's going to go down at about the 27 for a gain of a yard.
They actually give him about 5 yards on that play.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yep, down to the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. 2nd and 5. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his right, pump fake, rolls out. Looks downfield, pumps again, now just has to tuck it and run. Able to break one tackle, but can't break the one by Myers. The clock will stop for the first down, but then it will run once they set it as he gets the Mason Machinery first down to the 16. Clock down to 30 seconds.
Yeah, Richfield just wanting the clock to run.
Jensen again takes the snap. Throws for the end zone and nearly intercepted, but it will drop and fall incomplete as Garrett Wayman had a chance at it.
Yeah, the pass was up. It looked like Richfield might get their 5th interception of this game, but that does stop the clock.
21 seconds left. Again, 35-18 your score on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard. Richfield well on their way to the state championship game in Cedar next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Empty backfield for the Falcons. Jensen takes the snap, looks to his right, pump fake, rolls to his left, pressure coming, throws for the end zone, and Davies unable to reel it in with the Wildcats all around him. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, Griff Wayman was there on the defense, doing a good job. We mentioned we had Garrett Wayman the last time down there, so there are 2 Waymans out there.
Yep. So 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line in Richfield territory for Canyon View. 13 seconds left in the game. Jensen drops the pass again, steps up, pressure coming, able to avoid it, throws for the end zone, and incomplete looking for Bueller. It falls out of bounds.
Yeah, and there's time for one more play. This is going to be probably the final play of this game.
As Richfield will play the winner of Manti and Morgan. Those 2 teams meet next here at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman in the 2-3 matchup. 4th and 10 for Canyon View. 6 seconds to go in the game. Richfield crowd coming to their feet to cheer on their team for the final play. Jensen drops the pass. Moving to his left, has time. He'll throw for the end zone, and it will be caught for a touchdown on the final play of the game.
There's a flag.
Yep, there is a flag back as 2 players are down, 1 from each team. Dax Nickel on the touchdown reception. Let's see what the penalty is, though, on the play. The Canyon View player slow to get up. The Richfield player made his way to his feet.
If the flag does not negate the touchdown, they would not play, they would not give them a chance for the try.
Because it doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't matter. And it looks to me like Richfield's going to come off the field. We'll have to see what they did give them the touchdown.
Blocking the back on Canyon View.
Oh,
and
that will take
the score away,
off.
And that will end the game. So Richfield advances 35-18 is your final. The Wildcats with the win over Canyon View as the Falcons have their season come to an end. And Richfield moves on into the state championship game for the first time in 35 years.
Boy, so many things this year. This Richfield team has put together a magical team. No Richfield team in their history has won 12 games. Before this year, the most a team had ever won was 10. They had won 10. They'd been 10-2. No Richfield teams ever finished the season with just one loss. Richfield could do that, but certainly they're hoping for a state championship. It's been 39 years, 1984, since the Cats won the state championship. They are 1-4 in state championship games.
As the two teams meet at half at midfield to exchange high fives, we'll take the break and come back with your Sunrise Engineering postgame show next. Number 1 Richfield on the Richfield Family Dental scoreboard, the 35-18 win over number 4 Canyon View on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.